This is gonna be extremely difficult to do. You can go for the full thing, by the way. Okay, that was 4. No! 7. I got 7 again. Ah, God. No! I swear to God, number 8 is faster than the rest. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like the number 8 is faster than the rest. Oh! Oh my God, I got the full thing. And I told you guys, hit number 8 trolls you because it's actually way faster than the rest. Holy shit. This is difficult, Jesus. How long did that take me? That took me like, what, 2 hours to get once?
No meaty stuff.
Yeah, no infinite combos right there. An opening.
Stuff there from Gucci. Excellent stuff from Blas. Watch your dome piece. Aye, wow, you just want to kill him.
Ow, those medium punches.
How many foes? How many?
What the hell? Infinite pressure.
No step kick yet. The deep.
Oh my God.
He wants to keep it for the next round. Smart choice. That's another one. Wow. Option Higuchi.
Nah, you cannot. Yeah, you cannot do that.
No. Oh, trap. Trap.
Oh, you see the trap? Do I really have to get so lucky in this match?
Range here to actually do a low risk attempt to get the burnout. Almost can get it. There it is. But
oh!
Himself out on his own volition. Are we going to see the Vanquisher? Yes, we are, because it is going to reduce the recovery process, and he can play from here safely. Unless Fudo wants to go for the.
It's not that bad for Blas, but still dangerous. You cannot. Amazing, good conversion.
Okay. Good awareness there, Sahara. Good block, no technical, no delay, nothing. This man is here to react and destroy. Nice.
Wow, what a sweep.
Nice. For an opportunity of a whip.
Oh, wow, what an answer.
That walk-up throw now applies another mine.
Forward throw. Higuchi can take a couple of throws here. Yeah, he can. He's 4-1 up, so he can see what VX Bao does to try and mount a comeback here. That said counter hit. Got to be careful of this next choice. He has to be careful of this next choice here, VX Bao.
Harry And burnout. You better hit that CA, dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if he lands the CA now, he's in trouble. But if Higuchi wants to activate Solid Puncher, that's a choice as well.
Oh.
He's going to get the bar back. Oh, no, not quite.
Oh, you can burn him out. Almost burned out now.
Come on, Perry. He burns himself out.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is dire as hell. They're looking dark. The OD for the knockdown. The meaty booms.
He can boom away now. Boom, boom. And that is it. Wow. There we go. It killed him.
Try to clip him.
Yep.
Oh, he tried to go for a throw, but it doesn't really work.
Sonic Blade reaches.
Oh, no way. Come back.
Shade to Shao Hai.
Big damage. We close. We back on the green. Oh, not even challenging with a DP. But he neutral jumped. I'm pretty sure he tried to do jump back. Flash kick is coming. I promise.
Oh, dangerous now for Higuchi. Oh, he got baited. Unbelievable comeback. What?
Just waiting it out.
Ooh.
He wants to keep
No fear.
in this corner. And here comes the cannon again. It's going to replenish some gauge. And
Oh my God.
he might have actually exhausted all the options Fudo has left.
All Fudo has to his name is at level
Oh
1.
my God.
He will get this done.
No way.
The king rings
He's still
supreme.
alive technically, but I think this is a checkmate.
Able to take this.
Or maybe he's not alive. He's not alive. Wow, it's it. Wow.
Young Guns.
Trying to keep control right here.
Oh, those whiff punishes are so brutal.
But no, we're gonna get some clean.
Oh no, he was too far away.
Fortunate. All right, set the tone with the plasma. Holding that lead, Sahada. Smart move.
Oh my God. What a bait.
No shot.
Distance shot is that. Trying to get it for the gap. No, he's playing it safe. Drive rush on in. Attempting to bait up possibly any sort of reverse super.
And bam. Is he gonna spend?
Get into the level 3. Don't even
He should be spending, right?
Nice.
Ah, level 2.
Nice and easy, and we got one ball to play with into the next round.
Tiger Ray.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta spend here. Oh, what? Oh boy, oh boy. He got shot. Oh, what? Wait, what just happened? How did it, what? How did that drop? I was not ready for the punish. If you delay the cancel a drop, wow, I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, oh wow, great back throw.
I'm gonna wait for my turn. Wow, the check the jab.
Oh, mistakes were made. It's actually not going to burn him out, but I think he won't be able to avoid the burnout anyways.
Nice and ashy.
Not quite dead just yet. The burnout is there.
Yeah.
Sahara, you get shot.
Amazing conversion.
Some range.
Damn, that hit
Oh,
just on the tip.
oh, that hard kick again.
Gonna inflict some decent damage there from that punish counter. And another one as well. Just so
Oh, this is so
and
broken.
catches Mickey whiffing that heavy kick. And
Oh
then-
man, it's so broken.
12! Sahara versus kills you!
Let's go.
You know, I was about
Grand
to say
final.
The first game is the most important.
Oh, that was lucky for Sahara. What a lucky way to start the set.
New engine coming in from kills you.
Oh,
Mark off with that throw.
I think that was a bait from Sahara, and then Killzoo didn't actually take the bite and then punished instead. That was wow, wow. They are swinging.
Not either with his OD.
Nice. Oh, good catch. It's not gonna get comfortable on me. Fully charged fans incoming. Nice and powered up. Oh, the clash. Oh, put him in burnout. The deep.
Wow, amazing. What a round to start this.
Fireball trap was established. He was not going to be able to afford.
That's fine. Really? No way, I just lost like that.
Backing away temporarily.
Oh boy, that's it. And oh no, what?
Shot. Not like this.
No, no way.
Going for the dome, he's trying to go for the shimmy. Then he sort of walk up, walk back. He's getting ready for the drive impact. Blas, do not get thirsty. There it is. More pressure. Nice technique, but we back on the grass.
Honestly, I'm shocked at the defense from.
Level 3.
DP, no.
Oh my God.
Immediate button off with the drive rush.
I actually thought it was going to be DP on the level 3. That is a good call. Close to the burnout. How?
No way! He got the comeback! Yeah, this is scary now for Blas, you know. If he loses this match, that's it.
That drive rush cancel when Blas is about to get it, but it is going to be an expensive combo. He dropped something. Base the drive reversal here. He needs a button into a super. He needs something here, Blas.
Burnout now. Way more doable. Nexus immediately. Not short range. And that was so smart. It's
Oh, wow! So greedy.
Killed, of course, Mickey on the side of MenRD. Well, I mean, many dreams for sure. But that Blas, though, definitely down, but not out. Sada with a chance to send this.
This is looking really desperate now for Blas. It's I honestly cannot believe how poor of a position he's all of a sudden is. Like he looked like he was in control of this set early on, and now it really looks like it's all Sahara, you know?
Nobody's taking. I love it. Get in there. Stand strong. Pressure. There it is.
Wow, amazing conversion though. Can he get that comeback? Can he? Let's see. Oh, still ready. That was actually optimal. Oh, that was actually perfect. I cannot believe I played it so well right there. Akuma. Let's see how hard he's gonna kick my ass, because I forgot how difficult this one is. We're gonna play the fireball game against him. Of course he gets free double fireballs in the air. I should not be challenging with fireballs, right? Oh, we got a knockdown. Let's go. Oh, oh, he's called the true Akuma. Do you see how fast this is? Wow, I can react to it even though I'm almost full screen away. Oh my god, okay. I should not be playing the fireball game against this. Okay, that's bad. Okay. So, yeah, plus, right? Okay, we got the jump in. Gonna grab him here. Of course you can just jump out of it like that. Okay, again, okay, we're just gonna jump in until we win. He has full invincibility on that teleport. It's unbelievable. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive. I'm completely stuck in the corner right now. I can't do anything. What do I even do? I swear to God, he's gonna time me out like that. Oh my god, did you just see the grab range? What am I even supposed to do there? You can't, like, I was locked in the corner. Oh man. I messed up. How did he get that comeback?
Okay, you saw already the crouching medium kick represents.
It's a terrible start into this round, and Sada's looking so strong right now. Oh, one battle read, and that's it. Not quite.
Wait a minute, kills you. He finds the response.
Oh, can he get the comeback?
What are we gonna do here? What is the next option? We do have a level 1 Sahara. I swear, if you do this for the million, you got the cojones. There you have it. There
Oh, and that is it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. I really hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. So yeah, I'm back from my little vacation, if you can call it that. And right when I want to talk to you guys, my brother is calling me. I should probably take that phone call, right? Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'll legit be right back. That was actually optimal. This is scary now for Blas, you know. If he loses this match, that's it.
That drive rush cancel when Blas is about to get it, but it is going to be an expensive combo. He dropped something. Base the drive reversal here. He needs a button into a super. He needs something here, Blas.
Hey, torn out now. When we're doable, Nexus immediately. Not short range. And that was so smart. It's
Oh, wow. So greedy. Okay, now for real though. Welcome everyone. Good to see you guys. Crown, Namto, Abdullah Khalid, what's up? Pixeloglu, Adel Expire, what's up? We have Raw1780 with the 39 months. Hope you're doing great, my man.
To see you. Hope all is well.
All is well indeed. I really hope you're doing great as well, my man. Raul, how's it going, my man? Good to see you on YouTube. We have Vituav or Vituav. Not sure how to pronounce that, but good to see you, my man. Johnny Two Sweeps, what's up, my man? Prediction for tomorrow, 10 to 9. Is it? Are we allowed to co-stream the event? Like, do you guys have any information on the Daigo versus MenRD event tomorrow? Because if we are allowed to co-stream it, I will co-stream it. It's fully allowed. That's unbelievable. Is there a link? I heard it's around 10 or 11 a.m. for me. So I mean that's early, but it's doable for me, you know. I can definitely do that. If you want to, I'll do a live stream tomorrow. I'll have predictions on so you guys can bet on it if you want to. We'll have some fun, you know. I actually have a lot to say on the Daigo first to 10 format. There's so much history, and I feel like honestly I should have made a video on this at some point, but I haven't. But I'm definitely very excited for that, you know. 10 a.m. for me, but where do you live? In Germany. It's 10 a.m. in CET, Central European Time. Give me a second. Is there no sound, or did I mute? I muted it. Give me a second. Oh, there is sound. Happy birthday, JP. I feel like I shouldn't be taking the drive tickets, right? I should be taking JP's wife instead. Let me see. I don't know for whom though. Now that's interesting, Johnny. I'll give you guys my prediction in a bit, okay? I think like it's worth discussing a little bit more when more people are here, but it's such a unusual event, you know. It's definitely worth taking a closer look. This is why, if possible, I do want to live stream the event, you know. I want to do a watch party for it. We'll have some fun, you know. It should be great. Dahlia dies. What's up, bro? Starting arguments and Jimmy isn't even here. Let me see. I know you hate Cody from Street Fighter 4, and with respect to that, I tell you with every fiber of honesty in my soul. Fuck you and get diarrhea. What? Wait, who doesn't like Cody? Saber Wolf, what's up? Good to see you on YouTube. Bizarre Wolf. Lots of wolves today, apparently. Darian, how's it going on YouTube? Good to see you. Let me see. Final question. Wait, what final question? Are there more questions? Hope you had a good time with your wife's cousin's wedding. Uh-oh. We have cousins, you know. You know what that means? Uh-oh. Maybe something bad happened. I should stop. Yes, we had a great time at my wife's cousin's wedding. Her wedding was actually amazing. Pretty good. Had a great time. So yeah, it was a good trip, but it was pretty exhausting. You know, like traveling with the family, like 12-hour drive. You know, at the same time, a rock chipped the windshield on my way back home, so I gotta get the windshield replaced, which sucks. Have not had that happen ever, actually, so that kind of sucks. And in general, a lot of things are breaking down on my end. I'm not sure why, but it seems like all of the things, like appliances and stuff in the world, are failing on me at the moment. I don't even know why. Like, in my NAS, my really expensive hard drives, or like one of the hard drives is failing. My dishwasher just died, and the washing machine also died. Those are like 500 euro-ish fixes that I have to apply, including the windshield. Like each. So that kind of sucks, but hey, like, other than that, I'm doing great. I'm not sure if this is like some kind of like, does this happen to you guys often as well? Like where you feel like everything is working fine at your home, and then one appliance, like something in your household, is like dies. Then you replace it, then another one dies, and you replace it, like in a very short period of time, where you feel like the entire, like every electronics in your household dies at the same time. Anyways, back to topic, you know. Let's see, what about the Cody hate? I definitely missed that one. Did not bring any sweets from Poland though. No, should I have done that? Blaz reached #1 with Ryu in Japan. Well, nobody plays Ryu, so it's not that hard to reach #1 at the moment. I know he has a fantastic talent, but if you can get a Ryu to #1 in Legend, then there should not be an excuse for grizzled vet like yourself not getting at least 2,000. 2,000 is possible, you know. All I need is more playtime. I currently have what? I have like 30 hours of playtime per month at the moment, something like that. So yeah, well, gotta get higher, and then the points will be there as well. Jimmy, I know you already touched on the supposed leaks season 4. But I want to ask you why they bring Old Man Hagar instead of Cody, who happens to be the most popular in the franchise. Final Fight, yeah. Or Final Fantasy. I mean, they are bringing Final Fantasy, right? Right? Tifa, right? Fingers crossed. If they do that, I'd love that. I love Tifa. Like, look, I said if the leaked season 4 list is real, I'm gonna be eating a raw onion, and not like a tiny one, like a real big raw onion, or normal sized raw onion, on stream, you know, like an apple. I'm gonna eat it exactly like you'd eat an apple, and we'll see. I do not believe it, but if it was true, if there was one guest character from any franchise that I would love to see in Street Fighter, I guess it would have to be Tifa. I happen to love her as a character a lot. Honestly, I can see myself even having her as a secondary, you know? That's how much, like, I'm considering dropping Ryu if this is real. Just so you know the level of excitement that I have. I know last time I didn't really emphasize that a lot, you know, because I think it's not real. And I don't want to have my own hopes up. But if that happens, that's how excited I am for Tifa, you know? Anyways, Abdullah Khalid and Prez Vegeta with the
Welcome
subs.
back, Jimmy.
Welcome back, Jimmy. Thank you so much, Prez. Good to see you too, my man. Hope you're doing great. And thanks a lot for the continuous support. Celsomax, welcome. Good to see you. What's up, Jimmy? Welcome back. Thank you so much. Ozora, good to see you. Let me see. Final question from Raul. There are reports that some questionable people have enabled adult mods on that little girl in, how do you say that even? Pragmata? I don't know. I know. Capcom isn't happy, and rightly so, and are cracking down on mods for all games. Your thoughts? Does... I mean, on my secondary channel on YouTube, you know, here pro player sets, I also have some questionable mods enabled, you know. And with questionable, I mean awesome, you know. Are there real questionable mods in other RE engine titles that are currently being well, I don't even know. Is like, does Nexus mods allow for something like that, where you're like literally you would have to be a pedophile in order to download the mod? Like, are there no rules in place for something like that? I mean, like, I've looked through the mod list on Nexus Mod specifically for the Pro Player Sets channel, and there were a lot of really questionable mods, but nothing where I was like, wow, this should be illegal, you know? I'm like, wow, that's pretty fucked up. But I mean, if you guys like that, then you can download and have I don't know, give the chicks in Street Fighter huge dicks, you know, to show around. Like, I mean, there's some good stuff out there, you know. I'm like, okay, if that's what you like you go for it, you know. But nothing that I saw was like, okay, like you have to be a pedo in order to like that, you know. But like, you guys tell me, is there like, are there no rules in place at Nexus Mods? Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. So the event tomorrow isn't even just about Daigo versus Menard. There are multiple sets lined up. Oh, that's actually great. That's actually great. There, like, honestly, I feel like there should be MDZ Jimmy versus ISDD as the undercard, you know? You know, I think that would be if they want to make it like truly special, that's what they should be doing, right? Jimmy, YouTube chat is out of control. Send them to prison. Arcade Pino, good to see you. We have Big Ziggy, Master P Number, welcome. Daigo will lose on purpose the same way he lost purpose to Lupe Fiasco in Street Fighter 5. It's all entertainment. I really don't think so. I don't like this take. I don't think so. With Lupe Fiasco, Daigo could have turned this into a fiasco by like absolutely annihilating him. So that would be boring for everyone involved. So instead, he made it seem like he was struggling. We know, I mean, I made a whole analysis video on the Lupe Fiasco versus Daigo event, and apparently there was a miscommunication regarding how long the set actually is. That's how little the set meant, okay? The set was so, like, the event wasn't about the set. I mean, is Daigo gonna be able to beat an amateur? Of course. Is that even a question? So it seemed like Daigo was gonna make it so that Lupe Fiasco has like the upper hand, and then he's gonna make a comeback. But because there was a miscommunication on the rule set, the event ended early with Daigo losing. Like, you could tell like that like Daigo was confused about the rules. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. I mean, anyone with a brain and anyone who's even remotely involved in the FGC knows that the event was fake and was for entertainment. But MenRD versus Daigo is not the same thing. I did not see the Ingrid trailer. Rebone, good to see you, by the way. Kuko, how's it going? Rognesso, what's up? Miss Mika, how's it going? Tifa would be horrible for Street Fighter. I think in general, we've already opened the box by having Terry and Mai join Street Fighter. And I mean, at the very least, if they're gonna be putting characters from other series into Street Fighter, let's have it be hot chicks, you know? Like, the sacrifice has to be worth it, you know? I think Mai is worth it. I think Tifa is worth it. So Pandora's box has already been opened, guys. There is no way back. But I agree. I think in general, the better path for Street Fighter has enjoyed a very, like, how do I even say this? I'm happy that Street Fighter doesn't usually have guest characters. Let's just put it that way. And I do think it's the correct move in general. But hey, I'm not going to be complaining about Mai or Tifa. IT Gold, what's up, my man? The God is handsome. What's up, my man? Give me a second. I should probably have a like a poll up on YouTube and Twitch about what you guys think, who's gonna be winning, Mena versus Daigo. Something that, like, there's quite a lot of different takes that I've read so far, which I think means we're going to be seeing an interesting set tomorrow, you know? So by the way, we're going to be watching the Ingrid trailer in a bit, okay? We're going to be watching the Ingrid trailer. We're going to be watching, well, we're going to be discussing Daigo versus Mena. I'm going to be doing an unboxing as well. I got a nice gift from SNK, and I do not know what it is so far. So that's also something we're going to be looking into today. Nova Official, good to see you, my man. Sahar Noor, welcome.
Round one.
They sent you another arcade controller. I do not know what they sent. All I know is they did send me something. What? Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. That was amazing. This guy feels like a Smurf, but there is a user with this username. Ahmed, good to see you too. Yeah, everyone I meet is a Smurf, of course. Who initiated the fight? Menard initiated the fight. Okay. Finally. I should really entirely stop using solar plexus. Yeah. So it was actually not a Smurf. Interesting. Does OOO usually play Akuma? I mean, actually, now that I look into the account, this might actually be a crazy Smurf for another player. Like, I just look at these stats. There might actually be a guy who has like several accounts with like thousands of hours of playtime, which is interesting. So he's not actually stuck with Akuma. This is why it felt like a Smurf. He's just currently just started playing Akuma again. So he was ranked lower than he should be. Yeah, the problem, Itigo, you know what the real problem is? There's literally nothing Ryu can do in order to stop people from walking backwards. There is never a reason for my opponent to not be holding back at any moment. Like, even if I'm point blank and I'm pressing any button, if I do a solar plexus, he can walk out of the range. So there is literally no moment to safely do solar plexus. Because in order to use solar plexus, I have to, well, hope my opponent is in range. When are they going to be in range? Well, they're going to be in range when they're pressing a button or walking for a throw or some shit. It's way too dangerous to use nowadays. Yeah, but crouching medium kick doesn't actually have any safe follow-up that you can use. You have to be spending 3 bars and take the crazy amount of scaling in order to incentivize my opponent from doing anything about it. It's literally, even if I hit the crouching medium kick, it's still worth doing for the opponent. Like my counters aren't strong enough to make it like seem for the opponent that this is a bad move. I have to go for a crazy gamble like I did earlier, where I knew, okay, he's going to be holding back, and so I did a crouching medium kick into a medium tatsu. You can't really confirm it. Any strong player can walk backwards and then last second block. You're not going to be confirming that shit. Let me see what the hit confirm window is. Just like the window on crouching medium kick specifically is unbelievably small. The drive rush cancel window is 11 frames. Okay, good luck hit confirming this in 11 frames. The hit confirm window for specials and CA is 13 frames. Yeah, good luck hit confirming that. Now I'm gonna be doing drive rush as a hit confirm within 11 frames. Yeah, right. What you can do is like have a like I did. Like how did I confirm into a tatsu earlier? Well, I did it by looking at what was the opponent doing right before getting hit by crouching medium kick. He was, as expected, walking backwards. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be assuming he's gonna keep walking backwards. But it's technically not a hit confirm. Rook, what's up, my man? Good to see you.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay. I have no comments. This guy has not failed a single perfect parry so far. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, what did I return to? Is this normal? That's fine. Actually, I don't think delaying the hard punch into the eye makes it less obvious. I know about the strategy, but I actually disagree. People are not calculating hit confirm windows or combo windows. Right. Oh. Here's the thing. When you do a hard punch and you delay the cancel into the eye, people are not going to be surprised by it not comboing. They're either looking for the reset or they're not looking for the reset. So it really doesn't matter that much which button you press. Kind of funny because like my first two opponents legit Why is it that like that is so likely for this to happen? Like, I've played 2 opponents today. Both of them are lower ranked than they should be because they happened to be playing either on a Smurf account, which this account likely is, very likely is, or because like the other account, I mean that other account actually has 1,000 hours and it could still be a Smurf account, which is pretty ironic. Why do I meet 2 players back to back who like happen to be playing on a new character because they happen to be playing on an account where they play half the cast on it, and very rarely, because they're cycling through the characters, do they actually get to be at the points range that they actually are in. Like, why like this should be an absolute rare occurrence. Like 100% Smurf rate so far.
Here comes a new challenger. You must
Najib, we lose and the player is a Smurf. It's literally a Smurf. Like, I looked up both accounts. No, I'm like, why is that? I still don't have an answer for that. Why is it so common to meet players on Smurfs? You know, people are still denying that this is actually a real occurrence, which I find even more fascinating than the smurfing in general. We need Master Decay. Actually, I think it would be healthier if you never lost points, because like I think what people genuinely are doing, the reason why I'm meeting these 2 players in particular is like, what kind of player type is that? It's the player type that is like, okay, I'm gonna be cycling through accounts and characters on these accounts until I reach the MR range that I deserve to be in. So that's only possible because you are losing points, right? But aren't Smurfs at your same level? No, I just lost a bunch of points that I wouldn't have lost if these people were just playing on a normal account. Like, I'm losing points, and the amount of points that I'm losing is not dependent on skill level anymore. Like, I should have gained way more points earlier, but because he's artificially decreasing his points, I'm not actually gaining points. As like, honestly, like, we've had discussions about this before, but I don't know if this is just a European issue or if this is like true for all regions. But genuinely, I suspect that the part of why Europeans have a hard time reaching legend rank is because of the absolute infestation of Smurfs. Hi. Come after this. This might not be good enough to kill. I should get that.
Ryu wins.
With respect to Jimmy, the difference between players at 1,800 to 2,000 MR is about as big from 15 to 1,800. Here's the thing. I'm currently normally fluctuating between 19 and 2,000 MR. Then I have phases where I genuinely, like at the moment, as I said, at the moment, like the last month I've played like 30 hours or so. And you can tell that I'm losing points when I do that. But there are also phases where I'm genuinely like I cannot tell by looking at the points whether my opponents are getting better at the same MR or if I'm getting worse because I haven't played enough, because I'm not playing the meta correctly or whatever, you know? The MR system is actually so accurate that you should be able to tell whether like you're making progress or not, or whether you're declining in some fashion. But because MR doesn't mean anything nowadays, because legit 66% of my opponents were Smurfs so far, I cannot tell anymore what it means. It just doesn't mean anything anymore. And I think that's something I truly hate, you know? I just want it to mean something. And I can legit beat someone at 1,600 MR and be like, wow, that was a really tough opponent. I'm happy I beat this guy. And then I get no points for it. And I can absolutely, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Honestly, maybe I should just remove MR entirely because it doesn't have any meaning at this point. It genuinely doesn't mean anything. It's so silly. Rook, this is exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. Like, I mean, I'm a big fan of telling people that they should take responsibility for their losses, right? But and I mean, genuinely, on the highest level, this is always true anyways, right? Like, if I'm losing to someone and it happens to be a 1,600 MR Blanca, doesn't matter in terms of like should I be angry because it was unfair? No, I'm a competitive player. I like a challenge, and at the end of the day, what MR my opponent had doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna try to beat him, right? So in that sense, it doesn't matter. But there are so many subtle things that happen when you're like, you look at the MR. The MR is a reality check at the end of the day, and even for top players. And it is so much so a reality check that people, even competitive players, especially competitive players, are so scared of it that they make new accounts all the time, and because skill-based matchmaking is unhealthy for the human mind. This is something I definitely think I learned through the smurfing issue in Street Fighter. I don't think we can change that. We can only change that by making the matchmaking worse. If you make it so that if you're like one of the top one, like let's say you're in the top 1%. If you're the top 1% and the matchmaking is so horrible that by default you get 70% win rate, nobody would make Smurf accounts. But the 50% win rate, that's where the issue is. Time to get some payback, you know?
Round 2. Fight.
It's Akuma, so he dies, right? Yes, of course.
Ryu wins.
But I don't want to hide the MR bar. I want to see if I'm making progress. That's the whole point, right? Variance. You want to see, I mean, that's the whole point of the MR bar. What's the point of the leaderboard?
Round 2. Fight.
You find your rhythm. What do you mean? You'll get lucky and at some point you don't get Smurfs? What does that mean, you'll find your rhythm? My rhythm depends on how many Gmail accounts people can create per minute, then, well, that's bad. Your stream script shows the MR delta. Hey, actually, that's a great point.
Akuma wins. Round 1. Fight.
You will be mentally free from the MR system. Honestly, it's something I should be considering, right? But even then, it doesn't really help. If I'm not making progress, even though I was playing well, I'm still gonna be asking myself, was it because of the Smurfs? And the answer is often yes.
Akuma wins.
If I have low playtime, I cannot DP. This is something that I still need to fix. I get better at it when I'm beyond 30 hours per month of playtime. So I'm working on that. Somebody explain this to me. He's currently sitting at 60% win rate with Akuma, but somehow he's not making any progress in the MR system. How's that possible? If you're at 60%, you don't get any points? Like, he's currently stuck in this level. Because of Smurfs. Is this Maya Smurf? It is! Yeah, so why is he... No, I'm sorry, but if you're at 70 hours of playtime, I'm gonna consider you as Smurf if you're in Master Rank, okay? I should change the mode here to ranked. Oops. Look, whatever this guy is doing on this account, he's definitely not mostly playing on this account, okay? This guy started playing on phase 0. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be playing 50 matches with JP, 20 matches with Guile, and 3 matches with Cammy. And that's it. I'm done, okay? I'm done. And then, like, this guy basically doesn't play, ever. How is he Master Rank with multiple characters if he doesn't ever play? What I find truly fascinating, though, is this guy starts playing with Mai and immediately tanks with Mai. How's that even, like... And then all of a sudden gets a burst of wins and then like he just doesn't play, just never plays. It's very likely a Smurf. It's probably not like a high ranked Smurf or anything like that, but still, like, you see, like the first player I look up that this guy plays, it's a fucking Smurf. Like, oh wait a minute, how does he lose points at 70%? Is Dr. Gulag a Smurf again? I mean, I know this guy personally, you know? I mean, I don't think Dr. Gulag has a secondary account, but even this is playing exactly into the Smurf's hands, you know? Like, just look at this. You have a 300 hours total in ranked, and you're at 60 beyond percent with half the cast. Like, why is this so common? Why? Waleed, good to see you. He's not cheating. He's just a Smurf. He's just smurfing. And the problem with the Smurfs not gaining points is because they're meeting other Smurfs. This is actually like peak irony, you know? I have not considered that. Even if you're a Smurf and you're at like 60 to 70% win rate, you don't even get the points that you need in order to not be considered a Smurf anymore, because you keep playing against Smurfs and losing your points. That is like next level, okay? No, like honestly, is it getting even worse now?
Here comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
When I'm at a friend's house, I rank his Ryu up. Is that smurfing? That's literally the definition of smurfing, yes. You're playing at a lower rank than you actually are. As I said, I think at the end of the day, it's probably about feeling good with, like, I mean, clearly, all of, like, what do all of these accounts have in common? They all have one thing in common. And the thing that they have in common Oh, wait a minute. The thing that they have in common is that they all have ranked numbers beyond 60% with multiple characters or with one character if they only want to play one character. So clearly, there's something psychologically happen with people's brains when they drop below 60%, right? I don't think this is actually a coincidence. I think it's probably, the psychology is probably around 60%. There's some psychological effect at play. Yo, Catalyst, what's up? Wait, are you the Catalyst? Wait. Wait, Catalyst, you used to be on my channel a lot. Honestly, I just don't remember if you're from Event Hubs or if there was no connection there. Oh. The thing they have in common is that they are blue and wear white hats. It's true. I mean, you're not wrong, okay? Let's see. Whoever win rate higher than 55 in their rank considers under ranking. Do you think they lose on purpose? I like losing on purpose. I think used to be a strategy, but there are easier ways. You can just create a Smurf nowadays. Oh, Marcelo, good to see you, my man. I know, Catalyst, sorry about that. I needed to ask because I don't see you around much nowadays. Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing great, and good to see you back, right? It's been a while, right? Oh, you mean under rank as in Smurf, being a Smurf? It's not necessarily true. I mean, you have plenty of the highest ranked players can definitely get beyond 60%, but it's not that easy to do. And it's in fact so stressful that even the tournament winning players will create secondary accounts on a regular basis. And I think it has something to do with the psychology around that magical 60%, you know? 2025 was rough. Aw, man, hope you're gonna be having a better 2026. And of course, there's also another rule that, like, Dote is right about. If you beat me in particular, you gotta be a Mega Smurf. Should we watch the Ingrid trailer in a bit? Or maybe unboxing time? There's this huge package that normally only JP's wife sees, but this is actually from SNK. So I don't know what is in there, so we'll check it out in a bit. Grateful to see my man. Yep, I'm definitely showing you my huge package today. Don't, Ahmed, for sure. Oldies. Is it gonna be a Smurf or not? We'll see. Probably not this time.
Round 2. Fight.
That was not bad.
Fight. Round. Fight.
JP has a wife? Of course. Didn't you know about her? She's pretty hot.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
This guy is, for the first time ever, not a Smurf.
Round 2. Fight. Ryu wins.
I mean, just take a look at this. This guy is the highest MR player that I met today, right? And he happened to be, like, comparatively easy to beat. This is what I mean when I mean, like, Smurfs have completely annihilated any sense of, well, how you should be feeling when you're beating, well, whatever MR you're playing against. Let's check the profile. God, if this is a Smurf. It's not a Smurf, okay? But look at this. Why does the entire cast play the entire, like, why does the entire player base play the entire cast? Has this always been normal? Is this normal behavior? Like, why is this like this? Why does everyone I meet play the entire cast? Has this always been the case? Like, honestly, I'm like, genuinely. Maybe to learn the matchup, you don't learn the matchup by playing the character. Mostly you don't do that. Because you have no idea how to play the character. So how could you learn the matchup by playing the character? This is some bullshit that people were taught when Bonchan couldn't beat Luffy. It's mostly just bullshit when people say that. You don't learn the matchup by becoming a pro with the character that you struggle to play against with a specific other character. No, that's not actually normal behavior. And the irony is, you don't even learn the matchup even if you accomplish that. Maybe I want to have the full roster to master. I mean, if we take a look at the MR, only 1 character in Master and the rest in Platinum. And 3 character in Master. Then more characters in Master. So the moment he reaches like 1500 MR with any character, he chooses a new character. That's approximately how this guy operates, right? His main is definitely Aki nowadays, though. But he still plays around with the other characters. So if I meet this guy on any character besides Aki, I'm gonna notice some habits that are really strong for 1600 MR, you know? Or like if I meet him at 1500 MR Ryu, but this guy is actually beyond 1800 MR Aki, there's gonna be a discrepancy there. So it's kind of like, kind of interesting. But I mean, at the very least, this is the kind of like smurfing that I can improve, and what the game was designed for. The game was actually designed for you to pick a different character, and then you play them. I think the biggest problem with that strategy is if you switch characters around a lot and your MR gets reset, then you keep looking like you're a Smurf. But you're just playing on an account that rarely plays ranked with that specific character. Maybe there should be a rule to maintain MR for rarely played characters, because the discrepancy would just be too large if you go down multiple ranks like that, you know? Honestly, maybe that could be a solution to the smurfing problem. Bro, I did not check it out yet, no. But how about after the set? Wow, what a jump in. Oh boy, oh boy. I got unlucky first and then I got lucky.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight. Fight!
Oh wow, that was a smart move. I have no idea what that was.
Ryu wins!
Got a little bit too itchy there with the super. The whole goal of the MR system, Irami, the whole goal with the MR system is that like the system is continuously trying to put you in a rank and at an MR level so that you approximately like win and lose points according to your rank, you know? You should be stable most of the time unless you're improving. So the matchmaking, like you should be close to 50% at all times if the MR system works. The problem is with the amount of secondary accounts, and honestly like this second thing that I'm seeing, like where people genuinely are just playing multiple characters on one account, at the very least it's by design, you know? But it definitely messes with the MR system, because the MR system, all of a sudden you're playing a 1600 MR player and you're at 1900 MR and now you're losing a bunch of points because, well, the game didn't actually give the other player enough points at that point. My man!
My favorite SF6 streamer. How was your trip to your relative celebration?
My man!
Face emoji.
Thank you so much, Big K. Dude, thank you so much for your support, as always, for the donations. I really appreciate it. And yeah, the trip was great. The trip was good. It was exhausting with the family, you know, with the kids. Trips like these are always exhausting. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. The only thing that really soured the mood at the very end was like my windshield of the car got like a rock chip at the windshield, so I have to get a new windshield for my car. That sucks, but other than that, I'm doing great, and the trip was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll show you some pictures at some point. So yeah, my daughter, by the way, like even before she was able to walk, my cousin's wedding a couple of years back, like around 2 years at this point, and my daughter wasn't even able to walk at that point, and you could tell that like she was doing like this with her hand every time there was music running, like she was feeling the music. I was like, okay, if she gets bigger, she's gonna run around and dance and stuff like that, you know? And with the wedding that we were at, exactly that happened, you know? My daughter, she's gonna be turning 3 years old in 2 months, and she was having a blast, you know? Like, we all had a great time, but I think my daughter had the best time ever. So yeah, that was great. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna be showing the trailer for Ingrid in a bit. I'm just gonna go to the restroom real quick, and then we'll watch Ingrid. And then I'm gonna be doing the unboxing for the package that I received from SNK, and then we're gonna be talking some more about Daigo versus MenRD, which is gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna be co-streaming the event tomorrow. It's gonna be around 10 a.m. when I'm gonna be live. So a lot earlier than normal. So I really hope you'll be tuning in tomorrow. But yeah, As I said, I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be back in a bit, and then we'll check out the trailer.
Hello all.
Akuma, thank you so much for your support. I really hope you're doing great. So yeah, I'll be back in a second, okay?
Anyone's game to jump back just in case.
Ah.
Right there with the jump.
Any hit can do it here.
He wanted, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I'm not
What?
sure.
Oh, that was actually perfect. I cannot believe I played it so well right there.
Crouch medium punch to whiff.
Perfect parry.
Flash kick. All right, let's go. The delay stuff. He was anticipating the DP from Blas. No dice. Sonic boom. There we go. You want to be in that range. The Sonic boom prison. What a whiff punish, man. And he invited that. He walked forward, walked back. So he waited for that proper opportunity into the level 3. Yo, Higuchi is pissed.
Higuchi, yeah, Higuchi feels like he's angry, right?
It's something that you gotta
Wow,
take in the
perfect
chin.
KO as well.
That walk-up throw now applies another mine.
Forward throw. Higuchi can take a couple of throws here. Yeah, he can. He's 4-1 up, so he can see what BX Bao does to try and mount a comeback here. That said counter hit. Got to be careful of this next choice. He has to be careful of this next choice here, BX Bao.
Harry and burnout. You better hit that CA, dog. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, if he lands the CA now, he's in trouble. But if Higuchi wants to activate Solid Puncher, that's a choice as well.
Oh.
He's going to get the ball back. Oh, no, not quite.
Oh, you can burn him out. Almost burned out now.
Come on, Perry. He burns himself out.
Oh, no!
Oh, this is dire as hell. They're looking dark. The OD for the knockdown. The meaty booms.
Oh, he can boom away now.
Chip is imminent.
Boom, boom. And that is it. Wow.
I dare you to check me off my drivers from this.
Oh, it's so clutch. Nobody wants to do anything.
No choice, it's fast.
Look at this.
Put him on back pocket. I like the stand face. He's trying to wail on the drop.
Oh!
Cancelable into the level 3.
Let's go. Akuma, when was the last time you were home? It feels like you haven't been home in a while. Hope all is good, my man. Where can we watch the match? You mean Daigo versus Mena? Oni. I also still don't know where it's gonna be streamed, but I'm sure it's like by tomorrow. We'll see. I'm gonna be live streaming the event. So as long as you're on my channel, Oni Akuma, no worries. You will get to see the match. I'm really curious about the match, you know. But yeah, with that being said, one thing I'm also interested in Give me a second. Where is it? We're gonna be watching Ingrid, the Ingrid trailer, but one thing that I'm generally you cannot mute anymore? Oh, no, you can. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's Evo Twitch. Okay, could be. You're watching me even if you're not. Like, sometimes I wonder, only Akuma, how many times you still tune in. It's great to see you're still here regularly, my man. Jimmy, you mentioned it would take 3,000 euros to shave your beard, right? How much for you to shave your head? We did have a discussion about that. I mean, I'm done with the the wedding, right? And there's nothing crazy coming up. Actually, if I shave my head, can I still go outside without feeling like a complete weirdo? I think that like the difference would be the contrast would be insane. I don't know. I'm gonna just put out a number here, I guess. But I guess, nah, shaving the head isn't bad at all. I don't know, man. I've never done that. I feel like this would be weird.
Jimmy, set up the Platinum Challenge next week at your convenience, and preferably as this time stream with 200 euros prize money distributed as you may fit for top 3 or top
Big K,
5.
my man, I really hope we can do exactly that next week. Yeah, next week sounds like it's gonna be doable, right? The thing is, it would be great if I could talk to you before the stream, you know, so that we can like make a plan together, because I think it's important for you to be there, you know. So I have to know at least like 1 day early when to do it. So that's the biggest bottleneck. If you can just send me a message either on Discord or on Twitter, then we can try to plan this together. How about that? But absolutely, I'm open to doing this anytime, you know. I mean, preferably next week. This week is going to be Evo, you know, but next week sounds like a good plan. Use AI to generate your ball. I guess I could do that. Takeshi-san, ohayo gozaimasu. Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing great. But yeah, if I had to pick a number, I guess 5,000 sounds. I wouldn't want to go lower than 5K for this to feel good enough to be confident in shaving my head on stream. Okay? For 5K, it would be. I would do it like right now. I mean, I did talk about it, you know, like. The windshield just got destroyed for my car, and the dishwasher died, the washing machine died, and the microwave died, all in a matter of a couple of days. Oh, and the hard drive for my NAS. All of the electronics and non-electronics are dying around here, so 5K for the head would feel good right now. Shave my ass. I'm not gonna, like, for $1 million only, I'm not gonna be shaving your ass, okay? You can speak Japanese a bit. Yosikane, Yasikane? I'm just gonna say Yasikane. A bit. I can speak a bit of Japanese. I can read hiragana, katakana. My kanji knowledge is very limited. Yeah, I know nobody's gonna donate 5K, but it has to be high enough, you know, for this to not happen easily. And even if it does happen, I need it to be in a way that it doesn't feel bad for me. We're not searching for matches because we're going to be watching the trailer. We're going to be watching the trailer for Ingrid right now. So let's do that. You have to be sure the 5K is on euro. Yes, 5,000 euros, exactly. Jimmy, how was your family trip? It was great. It was great. We had a great time. The wedding was amazing. My daughter loved to dance at the dance floor. Like it was amazing. We had a great time. Pounds is higher, no? Yes, but dollars is a less. We had a couple of moments where like an amount was told and it was assumed to be in US dollars, but in euros it was actually, it's going to be more. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Guys, let's watch the Ingrid trailer, okay? I have not been able to watch it because of the trip that I made, and I just came back. So let's check out the Ingrid trailer. Let's see what Capcom is cooking.
What am I? I am many things. An extra-dimensional being, a peacekeeper, a guardian angel, a code holder. Call me what you wish. It's me, Ingrid!
She's too kawaii.
Greetings!
Round one.
Okay, she has insane range. We know that. She also has a projectile. What was that? Whoa. So she's like JP, but she has a DP. Oh my god, what? She's JP and Dalsum and Ryu combined.
You're a millennia too young to beat me.
Damn.
Right on time.
We do know this, the classic, the nostalgia costume. Okay, she has a counter move. I gotta say, the animations and everything about her looks so smooth right now. Like, as usual, the quality Capcom is putting into these characters is very high. What the hell? She sits with her ass on your face? Oh, you can bait players.
I bestow my power onto you.
Okay, of course her super hits full screen.
Need an example?
Damn.
Oh. Well, I can't say no to this.
Capcom knows exactly what they're doing by showing JP here. They're like, you thought JP was broken? Take a look at Ingrid. Her theme is also pretty good,
I have an urgent matter.
which is rare for Street Fighter.
Babysit this one for a while.
Come on.
Was that her taunt, or what even was that at the end? What did I just watch? No, in all honesty though, she has an install. That's crazy. Wow, okay. She seems to have a lot of BS stuff from other characters, you know? The teleport from JP, the Blanca Chan apparently from Blanca, you know? Interesting. The way she fights seems very unusual. Yeah, right? She actually looks like she doesn't even fit into the game. I mean, visually she does fit very well. And the animations and everything, they look fantastic. So I'm assuming we're going to be, like, that's not going to be disappointing. We'll see. She seems like she looks right now, she looks like a character that is going to be hard to balance. That is something that we should be worried about. And like characters that are hard to balance tend to be on the weaker side. But like right now, I mean, some of the stuff that she did look kind of broken. So we'll see. Take a peek on Japanese, Ingrid. What do you mean by Japanese, Ingrid? We make a room and let your followers join? Sometimes we'll do that. We will do that very soon again. They hired a voice actor that has voiced many anime characters. Which one? Raul, it's because I didn't take a shower right before the stream, so my hair isn't, well, is a bit more on the wild side today. What product do I use for my skin? My skin is in terrible shape. Look at this shit. Great skin, Jimmy. I'm like, yeah, thanks. I have great skin, guys. No, but in all honesty, like, Ingrid looks really cool. Like, the entire gameplay looks kind of busted. I mean, what I find really sad, by the way, like, look at this, look at this. Where was it? Like, they start off by showing that Ryu's fireball, once again, is going to be completely useless. Oh yeah, it was here, it was here. After this, yeah. You see that? Denjin fireball? Who cares, okay? Like, Ryu, like, as usual, is just not gonna have a great time. Vocals by nah, this the cosmic scale pretty, okay. I gotta look at the song at some point. It looked pretty good. But yeah. So what, she could absorb fireballs as well? Did I see that correctly? Yeah, she can. Oh, wait. She can absorb a fireball and then she gets a counterattack that is very powerful. That seems pretty busted as usual. Okay, let me see. Numakura Manami. Let me see. Do I know any of the characters here in the anime? I guess it depends on the anime, right? Wow, she voices a lot of characters. Wow, let me try to find. She voiced the Cart Titan. Let me see. Let me try to see. It's unbelievable the amount of that's too much. The list is too long. You're so dead against her, Jimmy. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can get saved by Tifa, you know? If she ever comes to Street Fighter. But yeah, what do you guys think? Ingrid looks pretty broken. Visually, I like her. She does seem to have a great theme, you know? Which is rare in the Street Fighter universe. So... yeah, all in all, that's a win, you know? I hope she's not broken, though. I need to be playing Ryu without feeling bad. Ingrid in Street Fighter 6 is a strong mix between her Capcom Fighting Evolution and Street Fighter Alpha Max 3. Everything they have shown in the trailer has either been already broken down in character movements and guides from those games. Okay. I mean, I've never played a game with Ingrid, you know? Or I've never played Ingrid, let's just put it this way. So, I'm not that familiar with the character. Oh, I wanted to do an unboxing as well. After this match, we're going to be doing unboxing, okay? I got a present from SNK. So we'll look at it in a bit. Oh, changing the screen, my bad. There we go. Jimmy, which movie will do better, MK or Street Fighter? Probably MK. Is there a Mortal Kombat movie in the making? Which platform gets more views? Normally it's Twitch, but lately it's been pretty much a mixed bag. Okay, that was brutal, okay? Whoa, he did a low parry there. On May 8th, there's gonna be a Mortal Kombat movie. Okay, I wasn't aware. Wow. Really?
Dawson wins.
Did I just meet a Smurf who got double P'd on the first match and then didn't want to finish the set when he got the one match? At least he's not really a Smurf with the points. This is pretty pathetic behavior though. Ah, yeah, Sammy, I missed the last perfect parry. Sometimes it'd be like that. Good to see you, by the way. I know this Dawson, it's a female. Don't lose Jimmy's. Really? It's a female player? That's pretty rare. Actual female, or does she have a dick? I lost to a girl. I don't mind losing to girls if they're great at the game, you know? The problem is if you don't finish the set, it doesn't look good for you, you know? Muscle Noob, my man, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone. Hope you had a great stream, my man. I really appreciate the support.
Round one. Fight.
Why is he asking to smoke asbestos? Yeah, it's a great question, you know? The mysteries of Semi. I can't... Honestly, with Semi's gameplay, I can definitely see him smoking asbestos, like, regularly. You know, it checks out. All right. I should have done a drive rush.
Round two. Fight.
I made a mistake, but should be good.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
Have you seen a long video about asbestos recently? And oh, you have seen? Yeah, me too. Actually, you mean the video from Veritasium? I actually watched that recently as well. I'm not even sure if it's a recent video. Okay, the balls. Hello? Sir? Sir, why are your balls so huge?
Round 2. Fight.
What?
Ryu wins.
Bojix, your balls. I felt them when you were walking forward. Even though you were playing Chun-Li, I felt you had some balls there. I like that. Fit Fighter, yeah. I mean, I was not away for long. I only went on this vacation trip for a wedding and then basically came back immediately. Mash on first wake up. You gotta show balls if you want to win. I mean, I guess this is a good moment to like, speaking of balls, I did promise to show you my big package, right? You guys ready? You guys ready for my package? You guys ready? Here it is. Wait, I gotta pull down my pants first. Wait. There it is. There it is. It's a huge package, right? So I got this from SNK. So shouts to SNK. Shouts to SNK. So let's see what is actually in there. They recently celebrated their first anniversary for Fatal Fury. So I assume it has to do with that, right? But I don't actually know what is in there. They just asked if they could send something over. And of course they can. I never say no to that. My girl is watching. Bisky. Don't worry. Your girl is safe, you know, from my sexual harassment. I hope. Ugh. Oh God. Let me see. I hope I just didn't dox myself there. Legends Unleashed. I mean, last time around I did, like, I received a couple of things from SNK, like the Razor Kitsune, for example, and a couple of other things like the scroll that you see in the background on the wall. You see that? The SNK scroll. I got some really exclusive stuff from them so far. So, oh, very nice. Look at this. I mean, you guys can't see it yet, but bam. It's a backpack. First anniversary. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. There we go. Is there actually something in there? Probably not, but actually there is something in there. Legends Unleashed collectible patches. An awesome backpack, and we take those. Should I open this up? It's still sealed. You already unleashed your legend, Jimmy. You have 2 kids. I mean, you're not wrong. Let me open this up. What kind of patches? I mean, it's definitely not a Street Fighter 6 patch because we don't get those very often. Oh, damn. Oh my god, they even included a patch for Jury. Or Mai. That's probably a Mai. Mai's feet, we take those any day. Thank you. Some really cool stuff, actually. And for all the characters, like for all the characters here, you know? Or for some of them, Blumeri, Barry Bogard, Brock Howard. Actually, only for these 5. And that's it. Actually, pretty cool. Does Capcom do stuff like that? I don't think I've ever... Nah, have I? Actually, I don't remember. Anyways, pretty cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. So yeah, shouts to SNK for this huge package. Okay, so it does say this here. To you, a creator who has continuously supported us for 1 full year since the release of City of the Wolves, we are extremely grateful for the support you've given us and the passion you've shown for Fatal Fury. With the content you've created for us and you helped us showing Fatal Fury to the world, we're able to bring the series back after 26 years and give both old and new fans a chance to experience it. From the bottom of our heart, thank you. There's still a lot more in store for City of the Wolves in the years ahead, so please continue supporting us. Ah, of course, I'm very happy to support Fatal Fury. Really cool stuff, you know? Like, can you imagine Capcom doing something like that with Street Fighter? Honestly, I can't. Which is, it's a bit sad. Like, honestly, like, SNK really makes me sad sometimes being a Street Fighter fan. Because, like, I get a glimpse at, like, what could be when I see stuff like this, you know? fact that SNK is selling the game with both season passes for £24 shows more support than Capcom. Capcom will send you something, alright? A legal notice to take down your Pro Player Sets channel. Ah! Got him! For sure. I'm definitely closer to a DMCA takedown request than getting anything from Capcom. But then again, honestly, I don't even want anything from Capcom specifically. I mean, I'm really happy. Like, I'm always happy to showcase games that are honestly great, like City of the Wolves. But at the same time, and I've always said that, if like the main thing that I do on the channel becomes some kind of sponsored thing, I feel like it completely, it has the potential to undermine any opinion that I have about the game, you know? The hard truth is, if you play a game and it's your main thing, but now all of a sudden, instead of just playing the game that you enjoy, like you get somebody become your boss, and then like, do you talk about like the UI issues in Street Fighter and like all of the various, like, let's call it neglect from Capcom over the years for Street Fighter 6? Would you really call that out if they're paying you? Probably not, right? Let's be honest about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, when Fatal Fury came out, I had a lot of good stuff to say about it, but I also have some negative things to say, like the UI, for example. The fucking UI about the game was actually really problematic. And the cool thing is, after the first year, they changed the UI. So sooner or later, we'll actually check out the version 2.0 that they just released and see if they fixed one of the main gripes that I had about the game. In general, like Fatal Fury, I'm really curious to see where they're going to be headed regarding the player base and support in general for the game. I mean, the first year, I don't think I've ever seen a game being supported like that, ever, flat out ever. But we'll see how things develop, you know? If they, like, I think them showing that they completely revamped the UI was necessary, you know? And that is something that I did mention from the get-go. Who do you think is winning tomorrow? So yeah, let's get back to Street Fighter. Who do I think is winning tomorrow? Should I do a prediction? I feel like I should get your opinion first. Look. We'll do it like this. I'm gonna do not a prediction, but a poll. Okay. So, who wins tomorrow? Daigo or MenRD in the first to 10? I'll give you 10 minutes, okay? So 10 minutes on Twitch, and on YouTube we'll do a poll as well. And you guys let me know, you know, you guys let me know who's going to be winning. I want your opinion first, and then I'm going to give you, I think the stream is going to go live at around 11 a.m. Like German time, but I'm not 100% sure, you know. So definitely look it up before, well, you take my word for it. TK, my man, thank you so much for the continuous support. 66 months, insane. Like, I'm gonna be doing a watch party tomorrow, 100%, you know, so we'll watch it together and we'll see where things are gonna go.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, the Aki wins. I didn't miss this a single time. But against Broski, 100% fail rate so far. Oh, where's my DP? Ooh, strong. So the poll is still active, and currently it's 64% to Daigo on Twitch. And on YouTube, it is even more extreme. It's 73% for Daigo. I love how optimistic you guys are about Daigo. Love it. Love it. Oh wow, he's spending. Okay. Damn it. Okay, I play this one like an idiot, so let's make sure it doesn't happen again. Richo, my man, good to see you. Thank you so much for the 117 months. Hope you're doing great. He just completely whiffed that. Oh boy. Of course it's a Smurf. It's the same reason why Daigo hasn't won any majors. Capcom doesn't want him to. They need young, fresh faces like Menard, Ending Walker, etc. What does that mean? How's Capcom preventing Daigo from winning? Wait, I don't get it. What do you mean by that?
Another fight is coming your way.
It's a Smurf. It's 160 hours into the game. It's 100% a Smurf. And no, he was not in High Master or whatever you just said. He was at almost 1900 MR. They're telling Daigo to throw matches. That's why he lost against Lupe Fiasco. You know when Daigo lost to Lupe Fiasco, my heart was broken. I didn't know what to do. For a while, I thought my life could not go on. But then I discovered Capcom is actually the villain. It's not Daigo. It couldn't possibly be Daigo that is failing. It is actually Capcom. It's like Wendy. I should have known, you know? Yeah, but why did he throw versus Lupe? It's because he was forced by the Capcoms. You know? Plot thickens, guys. Itigo, I keep forgetting about the combos that you're suggesting. My bad. Did Jimmy watch the Daigo interview for content? No, I did not. Should I? Does anyone have a link? Okay.
Ryu wins.
How long is the interview with Daigo? I mean, considering that my channel is, nah, I'm gonna start recording just in case I'm gonna put this up on YouTube. Like, honestly, I'm shocked at like the reality bending that some people are doing for Daigo and also against Daigo in the Daigo versus MenRD upcoming set. It's kind of fascinating. Maybe I should have expected this from my channel specifically, because I mean, technically this channel was like part of the big inspiration for this channel was Daigo. Like, I mean, I've been a Ryu main since the Street Fighter 4 era, you know, and obviously Daigo inspired a lot of the Ryu play that is going on this channel. So anyone who enjoys well, Ryu as a character, they must have also been inspired by Daigo back in the days when he was a Ryu main, you know. So that is something that is probably true, and maybe that's why people have a lot of faith in Daigo. But we'll see. I mean, how about we watch the interview first, because I have not watched the interview about well, the upcoming set. It is mostly about the upcoming set, right? And then and we'll see. Let me put this on here so I can more easily watch it. Daigo made me want to believe in him. Or maybe I'll give you, how about this? We'll do it the other way around. Before I get like swayed either way dramatically, I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on what I think is gonna go down tomorrow against MenRD. And like, let's break down some history here for what used to happen. Like the first to 10 saga against Daigo specifically. I mean, Daigo was considered like the best player for Street Fighter for a while, you know. I think he's the only Street Fighter player to ever get a like 2 Evo titles back to back for a mainline Street Fighter title with Street Fighter 4. Like in 2009 he won Evo, and in 2010 he also won Evo. So like, he was considered the best player in the world at that time, right? Like, Prime Daigo was pretty insane. And I mean, even back then I said, like, in retrospect I said, well, it was easier for the Japanese players to dominate because they had a little bit more playtime. They got the game first in the arcades. But I mean, still, it's a crazy accomplishment and very, very rare to see. So then, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the first time around when we saw like Daigo getting challenged to the first to 10 was against Infiltration. I feel like I'm missing one before Infiltration, but I think it was Infiltration, who was very dominant in 2011 and beyond. Infiltration was like considered a lot stronger than Daigo at the time when the set happened, when they played. And Daigo completely annihilated Infiltration in the first to 10 set. And that was very, very like unexpected. And that's where, I think that's where like the legend was born, where like people said like prep time Daigo is like Batman. If you give him enough time to prepare, he doesn't lose to anyone, even to players who are at that time considered a lot stronger than him. And like in the Street Fighter 5 era, we had the same thing occur with Tokido. Right, against Infiltration it was 10-0, right? I feel like I also remember the set against Tokido in the Street Fighter 5 era. Oh, the first was Shen, my bad. The first was Shen, my bad. You're right. Shen was the first one. And that was, I think, right when Shen won Evo. Which year was that again? God, I forgot. But you're right. Okay, Shen, you're right. Shen, I forgot this one. So Shen got dominated, but also Infiltration. I'm not sure which one happened at what time at this point again. I'd have to look it up again, but it doesn't really matter that much. The point is, multiple times in the Street Fighter 4 era, Daigo was able to annihilate players who at the time when the set happened were considered much stronger players. So that was pretty wild to see in the Street Fighter 4 era. In the Street Fighter 5 era, as far as I remember, only one set happened like this, and that was against Tokido. And that was at a time when Tokido was considered much stronger at Street Fighter 5 compared to Daigo. And the same thing happened again. Daigo, prep time Daigo, annihilated Tokido. And you could tell that was really hard for Tokido because he wanted to step it up. He wanted to show the world, hey, I can beat, I can beat Daigo, you know, like in a long set. He wanted to break this curse that nobody could break Daigo in the first 10, but he could not do that. So in Street Fighter 6, now we have the situation with MenRD, and the initial reaction from people, I found it to be pretty interesting, because the way people talk about Daigo nowadays makes it seem like he's some kind of scrub at the game. I mean, Daigo doesn't have any dominant performances at the moment, but he's also very much focused on a lot of stuff around the competition. So I can see why people say, hey, he's not focused on the competition as much anymore, therefore he's not going to be beating someone who is, right? I think it's honestly a fair argument, but at the same time, Daigo has shown time and time again that he is somehow able to prepare in such an effective way to a one specific opponent and a matchup that, like, he's gonna be winning, you know? And I mean, if you think about it, MenRD plays Blanca, right? Probably one of the most gimmicky characters ever released. And I mean, if Daigo is actually going to be preparing for that in a proper manner, I can actually see like preparation specifically against Blanca to be effective. But I mean, we'll see. I want to believe Daigo can pull off the same dominant win that he pulled off against every player so far. But I can also see how MenRD, technically, like on paper, it should be a pretty one-sided match in my opinion. I think on paper, MenRD should be easily winning this one. Simply because you can tell that Daigo is focused on other stuff besides the competition. Exactly, like Daigo is pretty much a celebrity more than a pro right now. And I think you can tell by like the focus. But at the same time, I mean, Daigo did say that he's gonna be focusing more on the competition. I mean, a couple of months back, that's what he said, right? We'll see if that actually comes to fruition. It's never been more difficult to win competitively. And Daigo did actually manage to get, like in the World Warrior for Japan, get decent placements, you know? And that is the most competitive scene right now. So, I mean, as I said, Daigo is not a noob. It's just that it's very difficult to be a standout player at the moment. So if he can pull this off, that would be crazy in my opinion. But at the same time, if there's one player who could pull it off, I guess it would be Daigo, right? But yeah, I mean, I've been talking for too long anyways right now. Let's just watch the interview and see what Daigo has to say regarding regarding the set. Let me see, is this right? Okay, this does look to be right.
なんとなく人生はないじゃない。
Let me
いや、やっぱりなんとなく人生はないじゃない。
Don't you kind of hate the man, I keep for
やっぱりなんとなく人生はないじゃない。
Don't you kind of hate the idea of your life just ending? The beast versus the bull. Let's see.
まあちょっとそれ意外だったね。そんな熱い気持ちなんだっていうか。
Will be the biggest win of my life. This is what it's all about, and this is what I dreamed of when I was a kid to play the best.
なんかそういう価値観のやつってまだいたんだなっていう感じ。得しないと思うんだよね。別にこういう賞。社会的に見ればね。別に勝った方はまあいいんだろうけど、負けた方はさ、大勝負で負けたっていう悪用されるしさ。でもこういう勝負が楽しくてしょうがないっていう感覚が俺あるわけ。でも最近格闘ゲームでやってる若い子たちはその価値観はないんじゃないかなって思ってるんだよ。なぜならそういう世界じゃなくなってるから。トーナメントで勝てば大金がもらえるし、まあどっかしらのゲーミングチームに入りプロやるっていうことが、まあ、割と現実的な目標としてある時代だし、ゲームやるってことは無意味なんじゃなくてもう仕事を
That's actually a good point that he's making.
思い始めてる世代。
Yeah, Tokido's tears when he lost to Daigo, right?
まさかあれほどそういったオフィシャルな大会で活躍してる人間からまあそういう要望があるっていうのは思わなかったね。だから嬉しいですよね。価値観があるってことは嬉しい。価値観が生きてるってこと。
I think like Daigo actually made a great point here that like it's really rare to see this nowadays, because having like just that one guy that is considered the best is actually kind of rare, you know? Like somebody with the legacy of Daigo is actually rare to have nowadays anyway. So having people come up and say, hey, I want to beat the best guy, you know? And like I don't care about the tournament for now or the money involved. I just want to beat the best, you know? Oh, I didn't mute the game. Oh, my bad. Okay, now though. Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's a great point, you know? Yeah, it's actually muted on my end. This is why I didn't realize it. My bad, guys. So yeah, it's quite interesting, you know? I mean, the music isn't really, it's not going to be making a big difference anyways, but yeah, it's easier now. My guy, if Daigo was that good, he'd win everything free. The thing is, like, nowadays you don't get to win, even if you are the best, you don't get to win as easily. Because if the bigger the competition is, the more players actually engage, the higher the probability of you losing to someone in a tournament, you know? I mean, you have to win like what, 10 matches in a row in order to win. The probability of you being a lot stronger than the top players is very slim. Like the difference is slimmer the more players you have engaging. Community size essentially dictates the difficulty of winning a tournament. Because the bigger the community, the higher the likelihood of you meeting someone who put as much effort into the game as you. If you only have like, let's say 100 active players, then the likelihood of you seeing the same top 8 over and over again for tournaments is very high. But now if you have 100,000 active players, you're not going to be seeing the same 8 faces every time. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see what else he has to say here. But I find this a great point, yeah, you know, to make. I wouldn't have accepted the challenge.
試合しなくてもだって神様なんだから だってその神様の存在をなんかこう
Actually, that's a great point as
可
well.
能性があるわけじゃないですか。
そんな面白くねえじゃんその人生って思っちゃうし、まあいいよ、そのスト6から俺のこと知った人とかさ、そういう人たちはいいよ。けど昔からゲーセンで俺のこと見てるやつがさ、梅原が勝負挑まれて逃げたのって思わせるわけにいかないじゃん。だって俺からすりゃさ、まあだから今の時代と合わないとは思うけど、ゲームだよ。好きじゃなきゃやんないようなさてか好きでもやっちゃいけないようなさことをさ、親に怒られながら、先生に怒られながら、友達にお酒すまれながらさやってさ。
That's actually really true. Like I lived through that as well.
でその好きなものでさ、
Like everybody telling you that you shouldn't be playing video games because it's a waste of time and stuff like that.
やるだろ。そこまで人生捨ててやってることでさ、勝負挑まれて逃げたらそれも人間じゃねえよ。だから俺はそういう時代のプレイヤーだからさ、なんでそのたかがゲームでね、なんかその原点忘れちゃってんのかなって。やっても意味ないことで、まあ、好きでやって上手くなってある程度立場築いてやんなくなるってなんかちょっと悲しいよね。たかがゲームだったのにさ、勝手に環境に踊らされて自分の中で守んなきゃいけないものになって、まあ正直窮屈じゃん、つまんないじゃん。なんかせっかくゲームって楽しいことなのに遊び方が下手くそだなと思っちゃうよね、ゲーム。
Honestly, that's another great point, you know? I have a lot of respect for Daigo putting up his reputation here because, as others said, he doesn't have to take this fight. And in fact, the likelihood of him retaining like his god status among the community is much higher. And honestly, the monetization avenues for him might actually be wider if he doesn't accept the challenge. So the fact that he's willing to take a risk here and be like, hey, I don't care about my image, it's about the game, and I'm not going to be running away from a challenge, you know? That's a like a lot of respect, and honestly a lot of people wouldn't do it like that. I know so many people who genuinely act in every step that they take. In anything that you can do competitively, there's always, is this worth it, you know? Is it worth to take a risk like this? Is it worth to put myself in a position where I end up looking worse afterwards, you know? It's a big risk for Daigo, and I think he knows that, and I think it's really not about, hey, I'm gonna be showing the world that I can win this. I do think Daigo knows that there's a good likelihood he's not going to be coming out on top this time around, but the fact that he doesn't seem to care, like it's not the main focus, lots of respect for him for that.
勝負の世界っていつも今なんだよね。前勝ってました。
Actually, I think this is a weak argument that is being put out there on YouTube. Daigo's 44 and Mena could not beat Prime Daigo. Well, Mena has won more impressive feats over the course of his life so far compared to Daigo. If you like, he's the only 2 times Capcom Cup champion in a game that had much higher competition compared to what Daigo won. Like, let's be real about that. As I said, community size dictates difficulty in winning tournaments. And MenRD was able to win Capcom Cup, not just qualify for Capcom Cup, but actually winning Capcom Cup twice in a single Street Fighter era. I don't think this is going to be repeated anytime soon, by the way. So I think it's very disrespectful to put MenRD down for his accomplishments compared to Daigo. It's a completely different era, and I don't think you can claim that MenRD is living in an easier era. I really don't think that's the case. Not true, Jimmy. The game back then is way harder to win than Street Fighter 6. No, it's not. It's really not. like how does that make any sense? If the game is easier to win, why don't you pick it up and win tournaments? How can it possibly be easier to win tournaments if you have 10 times or 100 times more players nowadays? Let's just assume the skill factor is lower in today's games. Okay, let's just assume that's true. Then how would it be easier to win if I have to flip a coin in order to win? Like, how is it easier now? I have to win, like, I have to flip 20 coins correctly in a row to win the tournament. How is it easier now to win the tournament? If anything, it just makes it more difficult. No, for real. The easier the game is, the harder it is to win the tournament anyways. Like, regardless of community size. Because now, if there's no skill anyways that it can show, then isn't the outcome random? And if the outcome is random, then how am I going to consistently win? It doesn't make any sense. Now, Wavy Turk, it's not about which game requires more skill. The question is completely different. Which game is easier to win tournaments in? That's the question. It's not the same thing. Yeah, but if it's easy for everybody, how can you consistently win? There were better players back then, though. Yeah, but those same players that are supposedly gods can't win nowadays. Can they? So now they're not as good? Like, what changed? The only thing that changed is community size. The only thing that changed is community size and knowledge. You could gain knowledge back then only if you were playing in the pro arcades in Japan. That's how you got to know the game. Nowadays, the game is so open, the internet and everything, it's a lot easier to gain knowledge. So becoming good, there's a much lower, what do you say? It's just easier to gain information. Back then it was impossible. Because they're old. Okay, but like you still didn't mention, like, how is it more difficult to win a tournament if the game is if you have much less players to play against? Like, I don't want to talk shit about Daigo and say that his accomplishments were easy. Certainly they weren't easy. But if Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 4 comes out in Japan first, which did happen, by the way, and now you have like a 3 or 4 months head start to play the game, then that's going to make it easier for you to win at tournaments. Full stop. There's nothing more to say. And even within Japan, it's actually difficult to gain knowledge because there's nobody sharing tech on the internet, or at least it's way more niche back then. So you actually had to go to an arcade physically. You had to go to an arcade where the best players are, and then you have to talk to them and play against them all day long in order to gain the knowledge required to win the tournament. So if you were just a kid back then, and, well, you didn't travel to the arcades, like, just the amount of players actually in the circle to win the tournament was extremely small. So if you have a small circle of possible tournament winners, then the consistency for tournament wins for these players is high, a lot higher than nowadays. The less players mean the better the reads of the player you're playing against. Everyone is reading you. Well, now you have so many players, so as long as you're the better player, you will win. Yeah, but you have a lot of players, so how are you going to be standing out? Standing out is more difficult now. This rule is true for any competition that you can possibly imagine. No, Wavy Turk, I think you're completely misunderstanding this. I completely disagree with this. If I learn how to cook and the only other competitor is one other guy, then my cooking skills actually have to be way less impressive in order to be considered the best, compared to if I have to show my cooking skills compared to 100,000 other players. It's that simple. I have to try a lot harder in order to stand out just because there are more players, even if I'm playing the same competition. Winning in Street Fighter 4 consistently is obviously more difficult if I have 100 players versus, 100,000 players versus 100 players. Is that not obvious? No, I'm not saying there are only 10 good players. I'm saying there's a difference between a community size, let's say 1% of the player base, let's say 0.1% of the player base are great. So now you have a community size of 10,000 players, 10,000 active players. Okay? 1.1, like 1% of 10,000. 1% of 10,000 is 100, right? So 0.1% would be 10 players out of 10,000 would be great at the game, okay? So what does that mean at a tournament? Well, at a tournament level, top 8 would basically look the same every time, approximately, because you only have 10 players who acquired the highest level of skill. But now, instead of 10,000 players, you have 1 million active players. So now you don't have 10 players who are trying to get into top 8, who have the highest skill level. You have 1,000 players. So consistency is obviously going to be lower. I think this should be obvious. It should be so obvious. Master P number. No, it's because Johnny Chan is old now. That's why he's not winning. His poker reactions are slower. No, but I mean, we can have discussions about this so frequently. You know, there's so much to discuss here. But this is definitely my point. The difficulty in tournaments is highly dependent not on the game, but on the community size. Community size dictates how difficult the tournaments are. And I made this point so many times about like a game like Dive Kick, who literally you can only press 2 buttons, but you can still have tournaments, competitive tournaments with a hierarchy of skill levels for the players. So if you can dumb down a fighting game to literally 2 button presses and still have a competitively viable game, you know, it shows, to me, it shows that at the end of the day, the most important factor to determine how competitive your game is not the game mechanics themselves, is actually just how many humans you're playing against. Because the likelihood of you meeting someone who spent as much time as you did grinding the game is just much higher if the community size is bigger. It's that simple. But that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, you know? If everyone uses 7 Luke compared to Seth, Akuma, Cody, Yang, Ken, can't, DiCaprio, etc., and the mechanic is way easier, it's hard to win back then. No, character variety is highly unlikely in games anyways, you know? Did we have better character variety in Street Fighter 4? I don't really think that's the case, was it? I think if you have more players, then the strong characters are more easily figured out. So the strongest players will tend to the strongest characters, so you see less variety overall when you have more players playing. But even then, we still have great variety. You really think like the problem nowadays that people can't be consistent is because there's less variety? I don't think so. It's harder to win if there is more variety, and because of that you needed more skills. You need to be able to beat the entire cast still. There's no way you're going to be like, oh, I have zero knowledge in this matchup, I'm going to be winning just by outplaying my opponent. That's not going to happen. Street Fighter 4 was brutal hard. Yeah, but I think this is where people make a mistake. I think like I can make a game where like everything is difficult, like every combo is a one frame link, okay? Like, do I become the most skilled person in the existence of the universe if I win a tournament with 2 people attending and I happen to win? No, I don't. Like, game difficulty and tournament difficulty, win difficulty is not the same thing. I think it's really important to do that. Yeah, many people attended. Yeah, but many more people are attending nowadays. That's the entire point that I'm making. There's a huge difference in difficulty winning a tournament with 1,000 people in attendance versus 5,000. It's not the same thing. I'm not saying that there weren't great players. I'm just saying that if you have more players, then winning tournaments inherently becomes more difficult, completely regardless of the difficulty to like you can have difficult mechanic. Like, what does a difficult mechanic even mean? I mean, most of Street Fighter players couldn't actually do FADC because it's too difficult. But once you actually learn it as a player, it's trivial, you know? Do I become godlike because I learned how to execute FADC? Do I somehow become like a higher human being because I learned that? No, it's just like an obstacle that I overcame, and now it's an asset that I could use in a tournament, you know? But Street Fighter 4 also had mechanics like one frame links that actually added inconsistencies because even the top players couldn't consistently do them. There is enough footage of Sako dropping a one frame link with Cammy and then losing a round because of that, or with Evil Ryu. But yeah, I mean, that's not the point of the video anyways. Like, now I'm getting sidetracked. So yeah, let me just briefly see what Daigo still has to say. I think I guess it really deserves its own video. I think there are multiple factors that you have to consider when considering tournament play. Can you argue that Street Fighter 4 was more difficult because you had less access to information? For sure, you know? It's a counter argument that you can bring up when you're like, okay, nowadays anyone can become good because you can just look up the best players and learn from them. You can slow the footage down frame by frame and practice. The execution side was dumbed down enough, so that is not longer something that we need to look at. I think there are good arguments regarding that. But at the end of the day, I personally believe that community size, tournament size, trumps everything else by far. Like, it's the deciding factor. How difficult it is just how many people signed up. I truly believe that's the case. Street Fighter 4 is brutal. It has chip damage. Is that a joke? Honestly, I can't tell if that was a joke or not. If so, that's a great joke. Anyways, let's watch this the rest of the interview.
意味ねえんだっていう。もちろんそれは語り継がれ昔話には出てくるかもしれない。けど今 悔しいなとか惨めだなって思うをするのが勝負なんだなって。
Daigo really puts out some really great information.
そういう世界じゃねえんだなって思って、だからみんなはいや梅原すごい今までたくさんの功績残したしっていうなんかこう保険みたいなのを用意してるのかもしれないけど、いやそれはないよって、負けたらそれまでのいやまあオセロみたいなもんだよね。どんなに勝ってたっていっぱいしたらパラパラパラパラパラってひっくり返るよっていう、これまですごかったからとかは通用しないよねっていう話だよね。だからそれって終わりだなっていう覚悟を持つのに十分なリスクじゃないと思うんだよね。なんかこれまで自分がやっぱなんだかんだで勝負の結果で気づいたんだよね、この立場を。それは絶対そうで、それが勝負の結果で奪われたとしても何も言えないよねって、勝つことで得たものを負けることで失うのは当たり前だから、負けたらどうなっちゃうか分かんないっていうこのリスクがやっぱりすごく生きてる感じがしていいよね。覚醒する感じがある。大事に大事に安全に安全に生きても死ぬじゃん。だからまあなんか死ぬのが一番怖いじゃん。だからその死ぬのが一番怖いから道中楽しむのはまあいいかなって思ったよね。
I mean, this is a great, like, so many great moments in this interview. Damn, sharing some, like, actual wisdom here with us plebs. I mean, I'm joking. I mean, I put out this information a lot as well, you know? I'm like Daigo, right? Nah, just kidding. No, but honestly, great interviews so far, you know? Like, the stuff that he's saying is insane.
マジで勝って
1ミリも勝利疑ってないです。勝ってるとこまだ見たいんで頑張ってください。
なんていうのかな、口ではどう言おうがその漂う負けるんだろうな感がすごいなってまず思ったよね。で、なんつうんだろうな、なんか子供の時にさ、その最初はみんなさサンタ信じてんじゃん。サンタがさこう靴下にプレゼント入れてくれてるって思わなかった。まあ俺は思ったんだけど、3歳か4歳ぐらいの時にあサンタいねえんだと思ってすげえがっかりしたの覚えてんだけど、でそっからこうなんつうんだろうな、ネッシーっているのとかさ、まあ手からビームが出るあでもやっぱ出ねえんだとかさ、超能力ねえんだとかさ、宝くじは当たんねえんだなとか、アイドルと付き合えるわけじゃねえんだなとかさ、子供の時はすごいいろんなことをワクワクしたり楽しみにしたりしてるんだけど、大人になるともう現実に教育されすぎてやっぱでも厳しいよねみたいな感じになるじゃん。で今回のもそうだと思うんだよ。若い勢いのある、しかもこれまでの歴代でももう最強と言っても過言じゃないプレイヤーが
I think is truly right. Menard might be like the greatest of all time. He definitely has the potential.
でさ、教育されてきてるから当たり前のことが起きるんだっていうのかなって普通に考えたらおじさんが負けるよって思うと思うんだよね。だからまあしょうがないんだけど、ただ俺その世の中に蔓延してるまあ起きないからしょうがないよねっていうの嫌いで、それに下がって生きてきたんだよね。まあ指からビームってわけにはさすがにいかないけど、サンタいねえんだったら俺がサンタになってやるよぐらいのなんかそういう気持ちで俺生きてきてるから、この周りのダメなんだろう感めちゃくちゃエネルギーになってるっていうかいいんだこんなお膳立てしてもらってってお前ら負けると思ってんだったら俺相当燃えちゃうよっていうのは
That's a great attitude to have, you know?
やっぱりね、不思議な性格なんだけど、周りがダメそうだなって思えば思うほど俺は俺が勝つんじゃねえなって思っちゃうんだよな不思議と。でこれまでは全部それが現実になってるから、まあこういう気持ちになったら同じことが起きるんだろうね、誰が相手でもね。
That's like really interesting, you know. I mean, I'm about to end the stream, but one thing that I would definitely want to end this on is my personal biggest fear is for Daigo. Let me see. I think like maybe the most impactful thing that he said was this right here.
いいんだ、こんなお膳立てしてもらって。
Let me see.
お前ら負けると思っ
So yeah, you guys don't realize how much of a fire you've lit with your lack of faith, you know? I think this is like the most... Like, I hope this is actually real, you know? One of the things that I thought could happen is that Daigo just became comfortable in his position with his YouTube channel, with his streams, you know, that he's just... He's successful regardless of whether he wins tournaments or not, you know? So I think it's very easy to get into a position where you're like, who cares about winning? I'm making a lot of money right now and I'm secured in life, you know? And then if that happens, you just get comfortable, you know? So why even like struggle super hard? But like the Daigo that we are seeing in this interview is really like the kind of person that we all aspire to be. I feel like as a kid when you're like, I'm gonna show the world how much I can accomplish, you know? I'm gonna show the world that I can be the best, you know? Like at a time basically when it's not about money. Like you're not thinking about money or like the future, you know? You're thinking, hey, I'm just gonna be the best. You know, that like this is genuinely what do you want to accomplish, you know? And I thought, okay, there's a real possibility that Daigo is even gonna decline. Like when MenRD said he wants to fight Daigo in the first to 10 and be the guy to finally beat him, I thought, honestly, my first thought was Daigo's probably not gonna agree to the fight because it's only gonna damage his reputation and there's really nothing he's gonna gain from it. But if this Daigo that we're seeing right now is just like, hey, screw the reputation, screw the money, I just want to be the guy, like I want to be the guy overcoming a huge obstacle, because this is what Daigo has done for like so often so far. And if he's actually able to pull this off, it's gonna be amazing. Honestly, even if he loses, if it's close, you know, I think it's still great, you know. Honestly, the only disappointing thing would be for me personally if Daigo gets washed like more than, let's say, 10-5, you know. If it's not closer than 10-5 and Daigo loses like very like convincing win for Mena, then I have to wonder how serious is he about what he just said here in this interview. We'll see. I think everything is possible. I do believe that on paper Mena should be the clear like winner of the set, but I want to believe so bad in Daigo here, you know. I guess you can definitely tell I'm still a Daigo fanboy, you know. After all these years, he's not even a Ryu player anymore, you know. He hasn't been in so long. He's getting paid to lose. If it's at the end of the day all about monetization, honestly, I think he can monetize this better by not playing. I think like this god status is gonna carry him for decades still. Maybe I'm wrong though. This is a lose-lose situation for Daigo. He gains nothing from beating Mena. He's already a Legend Hall of Famer. If anything, losing badly to Mena will just tarnish his legacy. Exactly. I think Daigo knows this. I mean, he's not an idiot. So I think honestly it's commendable that like this is something he's willing to do. It shows that, hey, there's a huge obstacle, you know, there's a huge challenge that most people currently think is not possible for him to achieve, you know, and it's making him excited. Honestly, I think, like, if he's for real, he's like, I'm gonna win here, I'm gonna do everything in my power to do all the prep time, I'm gonna become Batman as usual and pull this off in 2026. Wouldn't that be the most amazing story? I do think he has something to win here. If Daigo can pull this off at his age, you know, with so many people doubting him, I do think he has something to win. But I do believe, but I agree, he has way more to lose. So that is something to consider. Guys, I would love to talk more about Daigo, but unfortunately I have to go now. But I think most of the stuff has been said anyways, right? So yeah, I want to believe in Daigo, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. 10 a.m. tomorrow at CET, okay? In about 12 hours from now, I'm going to be streaming, and we're going to be watching the first to 10 match tomorrow together, okay? So I hope you're prepared. I hope you're tuned in, and we'll see what happens, you know? In the meantime, have a good evening. Well, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.